it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am here with day 2 of my hashtag flowercraftfest videos. So this is a collab that's hosted by lovely Monika of Crafting with the Quilling Lady. You'll find her linked in the description box below. She's got a lovely group of crafters who are sharing a florally video every few days in August. I think there's going to be 9 of them in total, and each day has a sort of prompt. So the first one was a frame or a border, the second one was a spinner, and this is my my take on a spinner card. I don't think I've ever made one of these before. If I have, I don't remember it. So I hope it's okay that I'm joining in. I think it is. I think anybody can share their makes with that hashtag, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, whatever you like. So I'm making a spinner card. So I'm going to let you watch that process and I'll talk you through what I'm doing. You might be horrified by a decision I'm making this. I'm a wee bit horrified with myself. I think I might get expelled from the crafty club. Let me know. I'll be back to hear what you think. Okay, so I'm starting with just under a 6x6 card, and I have scored down the middle of the front of the card and folded that back on itself. And now what I'm doing is just measuring kind of halfway down that point, because I'm going to cut a half circle. What I've already done is die cut that circle out once and folded it into quarters, so I know the centre vertically and horizontally, and that's really helped. So I'm just cutting that out, and then you can see that I have cut that circle, and when you open it up it's a full circle. So I am just going to add in my mat behind, because partly it makes it easier on the camera to see what I'm doing. So that's going on there, and then I've got the circle the same size as that hole, the aperture, and that's going to be inside for me to write a message. And then I'm just wanting to cut this patterned layer for the front. So I am using a slightly larger circle, and I start sticking it down, and then I realise it's slightly too wide, so I'm going to just cut a slither off that end, and there it fits. So that's the kind of the basic structure of the card. Now I've already die cut pieces for my spinning pieces, and I've done a bit of fussy cutting for some flowers. So I am going to have a flower on one side and a sentiment on the other, and this stamp comes from, I think it's a Hunky Dory set, and it says, "If friends were flowers, I'd pick you." And I'm going to heat emboss that onto the navy cardstock, and I'm just doing it in white. I could have done gold or something, but I thought the white would stand out. So I've getting my heat embossing tool out, and I'm just going to do that. It's a bit hot though on the old finger, so it's too small to hold it and heat emboss. So now that's done, I'm going to pop this onto that yellow layer, and now I need to add the thread. Now I've seen people use like fishing wire or all sorts of different things. I am just using one thread of embroidery thread, partly because I cannot for the life of me think where my sewing box is that's got all my other reels of thread in it. But anyway, I had some embroidery thread to hand, so I am just putting on some double-sided tape and kind of lining that up so that it's in the right, it's kind of straight for that sentiment. And then I'm just adding glue all over the other side and matching it up, because it's a scalloped circle, so I've lined up the scalloped bits. And then I'm just adding that other navy layer on, and I think I'm going to put it in place before I decide what the which flowers go on the front. Now I start with glue for this because I'm ever the optimist and I think that the glue is going to be enough to hold it, but it's not. And so I did something which probably you're going to be horrified, but I just got some normal sellotape and covered it up. And I mean, it does look a bit shiny when I look at it now, but I could put some card over it, but who's going to look? It's not going in the shop, it's just for me to send to somebody. So I'm hoping that they will be okay with that. So that is now in place, and I'm just popping on a wee sunflower there, and then I decide it needs a little bit something on the background. So I'm going to do a little sunflower on there. When I started watching these videos, I was like, oh, I'm going to download, I'm going to treat myself to the floral papers. And then I was like, look, you already have loads of floral papers. Step away from the bank card, Jenny. And this is a paper set that I have had for ages. I bought it in the range, I think a couple of years ago. It's by Craft Sensations, and it's a really lovely collection of sunflowers because I already have sunflower stamps and dies and papers and all sorts. So yeah, then I just decided to add a little bit of gold gems onto that sentiment, and that is it. Oh no, I decided one more gem is needed to balance it up at the top. And then I'm thinking that middle one is a bit weird. It's like it's got a little bit missing on it, so I go in and replace it. I think I bought these when I was in South Africa, these. So that is it. Did you see what I did? Did you see how I did with that sellotape? I'm a wee bit horrified with myself. Does it look terrible? It's a wee bit glossy there. Anyway, this is the finished card. I do apologise. Somebody's probably going to receive this, but I watched a Jennifer Maguire video to follow for this tutorial. I know I've watched all these other videos, and then I decided to I saw this one. I think it was called a Z fold, and what she said she does is she twists it and twists it and twists it before she puts it in the envelope, so that when you take it out the envelope, it really goes for it to spin it. So I thought that was a good idea. So yeah, that is my finished spinner card. If I was to make these more often, I would need to think of a way of not having that visible. I suppose I could just cut a panel and stick it on top. That would be the answer, wouldn't it? I don't know why I've made that complicated for myself. Anyway, that is what I've done. It's got my snazzy new stamp. I'm still loving my stamp on the back. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know, are you judging me for my sellotape moment? Probably. That's okay. You can do that. Let me know in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed my video, if you can get over the sellotape. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back. I am filming this before the third one comes out, and I'm not sure what the third prompt will be, but hopefully I will keep joining in. I've created a little playlist, so I'm gathering my little floral makes together. And yeah, definitely check out the hashtag because I am loving what the ladies are making, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow's is. It is the Flower Craft Fest. Thanks for watching. Bye.